let's kick this thing off in 3, 2, 1, go.
Autonomous is through for the first 15 seconds. Everything pre-programmed. Red Alliance all crossing that black tape off line, getting those points for movement alone. Team 868, the tech out to 5402. Reckless Robotics continuing to place all over the Coral Station. Tech Hounds just short of sliding in that fourth one, but still 44 points for their alliance. Red Alliance might have a tough time coming up with the rest of that change, but the remainder 2 minutes and 15 seconds is all they need to change the name of the game. 28-67 and removing those algae and placing it game pieces. One of the unique things about the design is they can do that in one swift motion. A lot of teams had to pick out the algae and then put that coral piece in at separate times. The remainder 2 minutes is all going to come down to how these teams perform. Team 868, the Tech Hounds, Carmel, Indiana, removing that algae, getting it away from their reef, allowing for additional scoring opportunities. However, those algae, those teal spheres, will become a hazard as teams try to navigate them, especially trying to pick up additional coral from their coral station. Team 4008, Theodore Roosevelt's disco haircut, moving one of those algae out of the way as they go to score that coral on the bottom part of their reef station. Each of those were 2 points for their alliance. 17-20, Fixed Gears continuing to place game pieces for their alliance. That game piece currently counts, but it's likely to be knocked off by their opponents. We'll have to see how they continue to play around the match. Scores currently 103-52 in favor of your Blue Lions. Blue Lions 3/4 of the way there to that coral ranking point. They need to get 5 coral on each of those 4 levels. It appears that they just need a couple more to be successful. Red Alliance about halfway there, about 2/4, almost half. They are half, I should say. They need to continue to fill those game pieces 5 per level, just like their opponents if they're going for that ranking point bonus. 868, the Tech Hounds, continuing to fill out their reef, but joined by their teammates 5402, Reckless Robotics, and Fixed Gears. Very little defense in this match, so teams are trying to fill up as much as they can of their reef, potentially going for a full find. As we start winding down time, teams will hear that sonar ping in just a few moments. Here it is. That means we'll start to see teams making their way over to those cages. They want to be elevated off the ground. The longer the chain, the more points they'll gain. Team 868 getting lined up. 5402 Reckless Robotics up off the ground. Fixed Gears, this is potentially the first time we've seen all 3 robots of one alliance climb, and they appear to be successful. But we'll have to see if they can remain elevated after the end of the match. Stick tight to see how those scores total up here at the Finn District Washington event, sponsored by Toyota, Indiana, and Vincennes University for Center of Applied Robotics and Automation. Stick tight for those scores. 3 just shy of the requirement for the high score, but it is pretty clean. No penalties there. They're going to take home all 6 ranking points. So it's a narwhal match, Unicorns of the Sea. That means they're going to take their 3 ranking points for Rooney. Both teams getting for their hard work in Autonomous. Blue Alliance for also their work in the barge and filling up that coral reef with all 5 of the game pieces per level. Stick tight for qualification match 29.